A high school wrestling coach fired for shoving a student is fighting back. He now says he was actually trying to protect one of his wrestlers from a bully. Well, tonight, the coach and his supporters spoke with us about the controversy. And KCAL 9's Lesley Marin is live in Beverly Hills now with the very latest. Lesley?
Yeah, Pat, and in a new statement tonight from the school district, they are saying they never got any reports of bullying when it came to this situation. But for the first time, we are hearing from the coach at the center of it all, who tells us, well, his intentions, he believed, were justified. His actions, maybe were not.
Believe me, I've had a lot of time to think, well, what could I have done differently? And it's easy to do so after you've had a lot of thought, but to be in the moment, that's a different story.
But for the first time, we're hearing the story from former Beverly Hills wrestling coach Faintich about what led up to this video that shows him repeatedly shoving a student at Beverly Hills High School last month.
In the moment, I was acting out of prevention and out of protection.
Faintich believes he was standing up for a student who had confided in him that day that he was beat up off campus.
All I knew was that a student had been assaulted, and it was something where there was significant injury to his face. He told me that the kid was going to come back. That was the knowledge that I had. And sure enough, when I walked out of the practice room that evening, there he was, and he was refusing to leave.
In the video, you see what happens next. Faintich stands between two students before he grabs one of them. They keep talking, and then the coach pushes him twice more.
For a minute, I was asking, demanding, and yelling at him to leave. To me, that is not a rational individual, and that's somebody that I perceived as a threat to my kids.
Faintich says he then ran to get a security guard, but after a school investigation, he was fired. In a statement from the superintendent, the district says they never had a report of bullying when it came to this situation, and that BHUSD is confident in the investigation, and the recent statements made by certain individuals are unequivocally untrue and inaccurate. For an employee to initiate blatant aggressive physical contact toward a student is reprehensible and will not be tolerated. The district also says their policy doesn't allow staff to physically intervene until students are physically escalating, and they claim there was no indication of that in the video.
Do you feel like he intervened before it could get to a physical?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Lucas Cornier is the other student on the left in the video. He says he approached the other student before coach stepped in to address a teammate's bullying issue.
As far as the whole matter, all I really care about is having my coach back.
And so does this entire group of wrestlers who showed up to our interview tonight. Even parents showing their support and their concern.
Because the next time it happens, you know what every staff member is going to do? Nothing. Because they're going to get fired.
And tonight I asked Faintich, as a mandated reporter, why didn't he immediately report this case of bullying? He says he had planned to, but then this situation occurred. As for the student who was allegedly being bullied, we did speak to them. He tells me that he and the other student were friends. They had a falling out, and this situation occurred, and he felt like the coach was the only person he could turn to. Reporting live from Beverly Hills, Lesley Marin, KCAL 9 News.
Thank you, Lesley.